All right, I'm trying this again. So let's see if the internet does a little bit better. So I know that this is incredibly different, and I know that it's not what we've been taught, and I know that it's not what we've thought about for a long period of time, but just for a little while, don't look at food as entertainment. Don't look at it as a reward. Don't look at it as a way to escape. Look at it as fuel. And imagine your body as American Pharaoh. You're going to decide to treat your body the way that you would treat that horse. You would only give that horse the best. So for a period of time, give your body the best and just see what it's like and just see how you feel. You know, most of what we have in terms of problems in our health is diet related. It's 80-90% diet related. And most of it is a buildup of toxins that shows up over a period of time. So like if you have clogged arteries, I mean, that's not a virus, right? That's from stuffing too much into your face. And if you've ever seen, if somebody eats a cheeseburger and fries and drinks a milkshake and then you draw their blood and put it into a beaker, there will actually be a layer of fat that floats on top of the beacon that is actually floating around in their blood. There's videos of this out on YouTube. Go ahead and take and Google it or YouTube search it and you'll find all of this stuff. I mean, that's the stuff that we're putting into our bodies. And there's a reason then that things start to break down and not do well. Like I said, disease comes from dis-ease. That means that there's too many toxins for your body to deal with. It doesn't have enough water. It doesn't have enough opportunity to get rid of stuff. And so it just starts building up. And it starts coming out in strange areas, right? It can come out as dandruff in your hair. It can come out as rashes on your feet, rashes in other areas of your body. Typically, it's in private areas, under your arms, in another private area. Gout, all of these different types of things, bad breath, bad skin. I mean, if you've got a significant acne problem, that's your skin trying to get rid of toxins. If you suffer from rashes, if you suffer from skin issues, again, that's your body trying to get rid. If you had a significant change in your diet, the majority of that stuff would go away. And like I said, emotional roller coasters. I told you about the story of the kids that they dealt with in Minneapolis where all they did was feed them healthy food and a great majority of their ADD, ADHD, most of that stuff, it went away simply because they weren't on these roller coasters of sugar and caffeine. And that's what we do to ourselves. We pump ourselves full of sugar and then we crash. So we pump ourselves full of more sugar and then we crash again. So we take some caffeine in order to jolt ourselves up and then we crash again. I mean, if you've been around somebody that's addicted to sugar, all throughout the day they will crave and eat themselves full of sugar. Well, that's like lighter fluid, right? Sugar is like lighting lighter fluid. It goes poof, and it gives you this energy, but then there's this massive crash. If you instead start burning fat, where your body is actually burning fat, that becomes like charcoal, where you can light it and you can burn all day long and you don't have these problems. So once you start to take in all of this healthy food, then the next thing that you have to deal with is getting rid of the toxins, right? And that's the lymph system. And because I got messed up a little bit today on the internet, I'm going to talk about that a little bit today, and we're going to talk about it tomorrow. Tomorrow on Saturday also, we're going to do a question and answer. I'm going to do that for the first time. So I will actually look at what everybody's posting. What I'm doing, I'll be up at the same time. It'll be around 4:30 to 4:40. And I'll start taking questions and we'll do a question and answer. I've gotten a lot of posts from everybody regarding some of the changes that people have been making. And it's wonderful that you're taking this information in and you're taking the initiative to do this stuff. And this is all you. All I'm doing is giving information. That's it. I got, somewhat obsessed with this stuff starting like back in college, maybe even back before that. And all I'm doing is giving you information. Those of you out there that are making changes, you're the one that's making the changes. And I'm proud of you, and everybody else here is proud of you. And you should be proud of yourself. I mean, that's such an awesome feeling. And then I've had a lot of people who started talking to me about this health stuff and about this new way of eating, and it's really starting to gain momentum throughout the country. I mean, if you talked about this 20 years ago, people really thought that you were crazy, and that was back when everybody was doing the Atkins diet. Remember that, where all you would eat is protein? Well, so if all you do is eat protein, will you lose weight? Yes, you will lose weight because you put your body in ketosis. But is that healthy? Well, again, I'm not a doctor, and you can go talk to the doctors, but I don't believe that it is. First of all, the original Atkins diet told you not to eat fruits and vegetables. Now think about that. And you should eat bacon and butter, but not fruits and vegetables. Now, does that make any sense? Is that logical that, in fact, that's going to be healthier? The other thing that it does is it puts your body at a very acidic level. And for a lot of us, that's an issue, that our body becomes acidic because of the way we eat. The pH level gets very, very high. And you can tell when somebody has an acidic level in their body because you can smell it around them. You can smell it on their breath. You can smell it on their body. If you've been around somebody that has a distinct smell to them, most of the time that's because their body is very acidic and they have a very high pH. Well, if your body is very acidic, that's a perfect opportunity for you to develop cancer. I mean, understand that your body has cancer cells in it all the time. A cancer cell is simply a cell that is mutated. That's it. But if your body's healthy, it can take that mutated cell and get rid of it. We have cancer cells. Right now, all of you that are watching, we all have cancer cells in our body immediately, right now. As we talk, we have cancer cells. We have cells that have mutated and need to be eliminated. If your body is healthy, if your lymph system is functioning properly, if you're drinking enough water, if you're exercising, if you're doing all of those things, then your body can eliminate the cancer cell and it's no big deal. If your body is acidic, not only is it not able to eliminate toxins the way that it normally would, but there's so many cancer cells that it becomes difficult for your body to get rid of them. An acidic body is a great opportunity for a cell to become a cancer cell and to work on other cells and become more cancerous cells. There's actually a way that you can test your pH. You can go to any health food store and they get these pH strips that you just put in your mouth for a couple of seconds and take a look. I would challenge you this weekend, go buy some pH strips and see what the pH in your body is. Most of the time you're going to find, especially people that have a bad diet, their pH is way off. It's way high. And that's super acidic. That's asking for cancer. That's what that is. That's a great opportunity for cancer to show up in your life because your body is that acidic. How do you get rid of that? First of all, stop putting in processed foods, processed sugars, too much meat, all that stuff. Drink water and put lemon in your water. Again, another reason to put lemon in your water because it balances your pH. It will take down the high pH and get it back to a medium. It will also work to help your brain work better because you're getting rid of the excess proteins in your brain. When my grandfather got dementia and I was taking him to the doctor all the time, I started paying attention because I'm like, boy, I don't want this to happen to me. What's the best ways to do that? Well, what do you think? Eat raw fruits and vegetables, exercise on a regular basis, don't eat junk, especially don't drink pop out of a can, and put lemon in your water. Pretty simple, right? If you want to be healthy, eat healthy things. Whatever you put in is what you get out. What we do mentally is the same thing physically. If all you do is focus on what you don't want, then what do you get? You're going to get what you don't want. If all you think about is negative things, then that's what's going to happen in your life. Well, the same is true with our bodies. If all we do is put in crap, then what's going to come out is crap. Remember, the whole idea of this from the beginning, when we started talking almost 2 months ago, is the number one key is state management, right? The better you can manage your state, the better you can approach things in tough times. And we certainly are in tough times. This is a great opportunity to manage our state better and to practice on that, because there's a lot of stress and a lot of negativity going on out there. Well, it's not just a mental game. The better you take care of yourself physically, the better you put in healthy things, the more the healthy things are going to come out. So the lymph system is the portion of your body that takes away all of the toxins. So our blood brings nutrients and brings oxygen to all of the cells. Everything in our body is made up of cells, and whether or not we're healthy is based upon the health of our cells. Are our cells able to take in nutrients and eliminate toxins? That's all they really need to do. And they need to be in a nice system in order to do that. If you look at people's blood who have a high pH, who eat lots of meat and are dehydrated, their cells are all stuck together and they don't look good. So it's very difficult for them to take in nutrients and to get rid of toxins. Somebody that, especially vegans, especially people that eat a high water content food diet, exercise regularly, do deep breathing, their cells are all separated and floating around and able to take care of the processes that they need to do. Take in nutrients, eliminate toxins. Now, the lymph system eliminates the toxins. The lymph is all of the liquid in your body that isn't blood. It's all lymph. So there's way more lymph than you have blood, 10 times more lymph. And lymph gets rid of the toxins. It takes it to the liver, and it takes it out the skin. It takes it out the digestive system. It takes it out of the breath, all of the different areas that we eliminate all of the toxins. Your heart pumps your blood. So your blood has a pump that helps bring nutrients and bring oxygen to all the cells. Your lymph system does not have a pump. The pump for your lymph system is your body. When you move, you circulate your lymph system. No matter what the diet, significant athletes, so people who have been very athletic a good portion of their lives, are 10 times more likely to not die of cancer. Even if they do all kinds of bad stuff that they're not supposed to do. Even if they smoke cigars like Michael Jordan, even if they drink, even if they do all that stuff, they are still 10 times more likely not to get cancer. Why? Because of all of the movement they've done all of their life, they're stimulating their lymph system, which allows them to remove the toxins. If you are sedentary, it is much more difficult for your lymph system to operate. We are designed to move. We're designed to run. We're designed to walk. We're designed to use our bodies physically and then take in nutrients, right? We're designed to go attack and kill something and then eat it and assimilate it. So one way, obviously, the morning walk. I talked about that. That was one of the first videos I did 100 years ago when it was still cold outside, was I went through my morning walk process that I do virtually every day. And not only do I walk, but I do this breathing exercise, right? So walking works the lymph system incredibly well. It acts as a pump. When you walk, you work, and the lymph then takes away the toxins so that your cells aren't just swimming in these toxins and unable to get rid of them. The other way that we really stimulate our lymph system is by breathing. And deep diaphragmatic breaths will stimulate and work the lymph system better than anything. It actually works better than the movement. The reason that the movement works so good is because we're breathing while we're doing that. So another thing that we can do throughout the day in order to help eliminate these toxins is to do a deep diaphragmatic breath and to do 10 of them 3 times a day. That's ideally what you could do. So what I do is I do this when I'm driving. I'll do it if I'm sitting reading stuff, things like that. So let's do one, and then we'll end for today, and we'll do more stuff tomorrow. It was nice that my internet decided to start working. So first of all, when we take a deep diaphragmatic breath, a lot of times what people want to do is they want to raise their chest. They want to breathe up like this. And we do that because we don't want our stomachs to stick out because we don't think that looks very good. But the thing is, though, your lungs aren't up here. Your lungs are down here. So when you take a deep diaphragmatic breath, you actually want your stomach to come out because that's where your lungs are going to expand, and you want them, that's your diaphragm, and you want your lungs to expand as fully as possible. Now, there's a lot of different ways to do this, okay? Some people inhale for 7 and exhale for 8. Look, there's no wrong way, okay? The way that I like to do it is I remember 1, 4, 2. So however many you inhale for, so like let's say you inhale for a count of 4, so that's 1. Then you multiply that by 4, so you hold the breath for 16, and then 2, exhale for 8, okay? Get it? 1, 4, 2. So if you do 5, you would inhale for 5, hold for 20, and then exhale for 5 or for 10. All right, so let's go ahead and do one. Let's do 5. We're going to inhale for 5, we're going to hold for 20, and then we're going to exhale for 10. Ready? Make sure you distend that stomach out. Here we go. Deep breath in. Okay, if you did it, did your head get a little bit dizzy? That's your brain saying thank you because you just gave it all kinds of oxygen. We exhale for twice as long because we're expelling toxins when we do that. That stimulates the lymph system, something fierce, plus it oxygenates your blood, makes your brain work better, makes your body work better. 10 times, do that 10 times in a row, 3 times a day, and you will stimulate your lymph system like nobody's business. So, take in healthy stuff, then you got to get rid of the bad stuff. That's the lymph system, walking, water with lemon, deep diaphragmatic breaths. If you start doing that, you're going to be amazed. It's shocking, the difference, quite frankly. Your energy level will skyrocket because you're filling your body full of oxygen. So instead of eating that sugar in the middle of the day or the end of the day, instead of drinking that cup of coffee, do a bunch of deep diaphragmatic breaths and then see how you feel. Thanks for putting up for my internet today. Have a great day, everybody. Let's take care of each other. We're going to get through this.